Philippines, good evening. Mayong gabi sa tanan natong mga kauban, mga kaigsuunan, hasta atong mga kasimanwa, mga kauturan, ug ang lain pang mga langyaw nga niya karon dinhi nagbisita sa Sugbo ug dinhi sa Visayas. Maya pa bengi kay Kongan, marahay na banggi sa Indugopos, maupay nga gabi ha iyong nga tanan dida. Naimbang garabi, masanto siya sa labi itsi kayo amin. Buenas noches, maradyaw na duyom sa Idyo Horost. And of course, from Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, up to Sabah, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Mauni ang Republika, ako si Eric Espina. Tonight, we're going to be discussing about basically suicide. Yes, you heard me right. Suicide and mental health. The state of mental health. What is mental health? Not just in the Philippines, but perhaps we're also going to wonder whether mental health is affected by culture, by people's values. Like for example, in Japan, there's a particular forest there where young students go to die. And then if you've noticed, bantayan nato ang atong mga Facebook na o kanang mga sa mga atong mga social media, daghang mga millennials ako na bantayan nga they already begin committing suicide and they even post such suicide attempts. So that will be the entire gamut of our discussion for tonight. And we are very fortunate to have somebody who is also a colleague in media, aside from his, of course, professional career. He hosts a radio program in DYHP at 1 p.m. I think that's every day. He's a physician, he's a psychiatrist. He has a helpline, Tawag Paglaom, for those people who want to, they want counseling in short. They want somebody to know that somebody's listening. And he is also chair of the University of Cebu School of Medicine, Department of Psychiatry. And last but not the least, Chairman, Center for Behavioral Sciences, Vicente Soto. We are glad nalipay ta nga niya din si Dr. Rene Obra. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Eric. Good evening to all our televiewers din sa itong programa,
Republika, yes.
Espina. Yes. Thank you very much for inviting me to
Of
this
course.
Very popular TV show, talk show. I hope I can cope up the expectations.
Siyempre, kaya na. Yeah, kaya na. First, we'll try to establish what is mental health. What's the definition of mental health?
That's a very good opening, statement. Because maybe I'll just have to define what is health.
Yes.
According to the World Health Organization, health is not just a mere absence of a disease.
Okay.
Health is a balance between 4 factors. First, of course, is the physical. Second is the mental. The third is the social. And the fourth is the spiritual.
Okay.
So all these 4 factors must be present in you, in that particular person, before that person can say that I am a healthy person. So what is mental health? Of course, there is no health without mental health. Because mental health is one of the 4 factors that one can say that I am a healthy person. So in my practice as a doctor of medicine, specializing in the field of psychiatry, I'm dealing with mental health.
Okay.
All mental patients are not psychotic.
Okay.
But not all mental patients are psychotic.
Okay.
But of course, all psychotic patients are mental patients.
Okay.
I want this to be explained clearly that not all people or patients who will come to us psychiatrists are psychotics.
Yes.
Because that is the stigma,
Social stigma.
Social stigma.
Oo.
Nganong ning adto man ka ni Dr. Rene Obra, unsa man ka nabuang na ka?
Yes. Oo.
That is the stigma.
Oo.
So I'll repeat, not all patients or people who will come to us psychiatrists are psychotics.
Yes.
We have so many patients who are very much functional.
Yes.
Because ako ning balik-balikon, Eric, if we'll have to follow this line of thinking that those people who will go to a psychiatrist are psychotics, all these policemen, security guard, coast guard, firemen, teachers, those who will go abroad, are all psychotics.
Yes.
Because they will go to my clinic or to my office. Of course, not to my office alone, but to the offices of doctors who are working like my profession. No?
Because it's required in their employment also.
Employment, yeah. You cannot be hired as a public or private employee without neuropsychiatric clearance.
Yes, yes.
That's very important. Yes. That's why I'm quite vocal in the requirement of the drivers, Eric,
Yes.
for neuropsychiatric clearance, because we require only people who will handle firearms.
Yes.
Now, how about those drivers, public utility bus drivers, taxi drivers?
Yes.
They are bringing with them, at the back of them, lives of other people.
And the bus or the jeep is actually a weapon
Yes.
in the hands of somebody who has a mental problem.
Yes.
Oo.
So, this is very vital, very
Oo.
important, no? So, we will not just have to focus to people who are handling firearms, but we'll have to focus people whose work is also involved with the lives and limbs of those who are
Yes.
dependent on them, especially transportation,
Oo.
public transportation drivers.
Yes, that's true. So, doctor, let me ask you a broad question. What is the state of mental health for the average Filipino?
Yeah, maybe I can answer you that question that as a human being, we are an emotional creature. No?
Yes.
We are emotional. So nobody can brag that there's no way for me to become depressed or sad. All of us will become sad and depressed if there is a valid reason. Just like all of us will be happy if there is a valid reason.
Yes.
Just to tell you some figures, I just attended a gathering in Manila. And one thing I learned from that gathering is that in every 40 seconds, I repeat, in every 40 seconds, somebody here on earth, sa balat ng lupa, worldwide, committed suicide.
Every 40
Every
seconds.
40 seconds.
Okay.
And in every 3.5 hours, 3.5 hours,
Okay.
one Filipino committed suicide.
Every 3.5
Every
hours.
3.5 hours. That's how alarming is this issue about suicide is.
Doctor, kaning 3.5 hours.
Sa Philippines lang na siya.
Usap ni ning saka na ni. This has gone up.
Yeah.
Or was it lower before?
Actually, it's very difficult to monitor the figures about suicide, Eric. Why? Because only those that are being brought to the hospital or to the authorities.
Yes.
But there are so many who are just brought directly to the funeral parlor or they don't care.
Okay.
Say for example, I'm driving a motorbike.
Oh.
Then I am suicidal.
Yes.
And I will deliberately direct my motorbike to the Pangpang in Karkar or in Barili. That will be blattered in the police report as motor vehicular accident.
Accident.
And nobody can tell whether I was suicidal or not.
Yes.
So that's very difficult to monitor the figure. But this is how alarming is this case, no? In fact, I'll just have to say this in advance that we have this hotline.
Yes.
We have this hotline here in Cebu, wherein we purposely organize this to help those who are potentially suicidal people to talk to somebody in authority or trained person. And hopefully your suicidal ideas or thoughts
Tendencies.
can be aborted. Dili madayon.
O, di madayon.
So,
Mapugnan.
mapugnan. And it's not a 100% guarantee na mapugnan yun, but at least we can do something prior to the act itself.
Oo. Intervention.
Intervention.
Yes.
And you know what? These responders, we call these responders, Eric, they are trained responders. They are psychologists, mass comm graduate, or social workers, nurses. They underwent training for this purpose.
Yes.
And I'm one of the organizers, but I'm sorry I cannot divulge our location for confidentiality reason. But we are ready to help anybody who are potentially suicidal.
Okay.
24/7. I repeat, 24/7. And for the past year, I asked the in charge before coming in here. We have a total of 158 legitimate calls. Because there are prank calls also.
Yes.
There are people who will just call just to double check whether we really do exist or not.
Okay.
So 158 legitimate calls. And there are months which is very high to as high as close to 30.
158 calls monthly.
No. The whole 2017.
Okay.
2017.
Okay.
And in 1 month there are calls close to 30.
Okay.
And there are calls which is less than 10. And these are people who ask help, and it will be up to the responders' decision whether they will refer this caller to a psychiatrist or not.
Doc, let me ask you very briefly lang, okay? Then we will go back to the cultural aspect of suicidal and then mental health. Those who call up, they're not necessarily suicidal. They just want somebody to listen.
Yeah,
Let me-
we have this what we call low risk,
Okay.
moderate risk,
Okay.
and high risk.
High risk, okay.
So what are these low risk? Those who have suicidal thoughts
Mm-hmm.
but didn't have the time to do the act.
Okay.
The moderate risk are those who has suicidal thoughts and in some way did something that will, jibe to that intention.
Okay.
And the high risk are those who has a history of doing that action in the past
Okay.
and has less support system, less
Okay.
support group. And the moderate has a high support group, and the low risk are with support group but did not do the act.
Okay. Kaning giingon ni Dr. is tawag paglaom. Ato ning i-flash
Ang numbers.
ang numbers unya kay there are 3 numbers which you can call and you can text and somebody will be waiting there to listen to you that you can talk to. At least you're not alone in whatever sojourn or walk you are undertaking. So doctor, no? I was talking about culture, no? Filipinos, we are known for the capacity for sacrifice. We love laughter.
Yes.
Katakatawa. We have usually close family ties as our coping mechanism and even friends. And yet, based on what you're saying, 3.5 in every
Hour.
3.5 hours na mag-suicide.
Yes.
What has happened to our capacity for sacrifice? Our culture for life? Laughter, embracing laughter, and then the family as a coping mechanism.
Yeah, I would like to answer that question, Eric, by by enumerating the theories according to Durkheim why people will commit suicide.
Yes, yes.
This is of course not including those our schizophrenic patients who
Okay.
are who are responding to command hallucination.
They can hear voices.
They can hear voices telling them to commit suicide.
Okay.
But these theories, according to Durkheim, are non-psychotic people.
Okay.
Meaning they have intact, stable mind, right?
Okay, okay.
So number one theory why people will commit suicide is the what we call egoistic. Egoistic is the reason why people who are single, divorced, or separated. In other words, people who has low support system are more prone to commit suicide compared to the opposite.
Okay.
Right? So, as Filipinos, we are conservative, closely knitted,
Yes. Family. Yeah,
But once this close coordination with the family or support system, the family is no longer present for some reasons.
Naputol, let's say
Naputol.
Oh.
This is the reason why people are committing suicide. No?
Okay.
That's egoistic.
Okay.
The second theory why people will commit suicide is what we call altruism. You made mention about Japanese community,
Yes.
the Harakiri, the kamikaze pilot,
Yes.
the Al-Qaeda suicide bombers,
Okay.
the cult members.
Doc, at this high point, we're going to pause for a few reminders. Ayaw magbalhin og channel kay gwapo na kainit sa pagbalik sa ating programang Republika.